Hello everybody, Mr. Hollywood here with Jack Phelan, Jeep Dodge Chrysler Ram, bringing you yet another episode today with the 2021 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited 80th Anniversary Edition. And what the 80th Anniversary Edition does is give you quite a bit of the creature comforts and features that you would look for in a Jeep Grand Cherokee. First, this one as equipped is about $48,000 MSRP. That's before taxes, before discounts and rebates. You do have the nice highlighted satin gray finishes all around the vehicle, including the badging, the wheels, which are also nicer, and all that. You also have the premium lighting group, which includes the bi-xenon headlights and the LED running lamps. The little bulb in the middle right there that people sometimes try to take a look at, this is actually your sensor for the self-parking and adaptive cruise control, which we'll go into when we get inside of the vehicle. Of course, a lot of safety features packed in this one, including blind spot monitoring, and you'll see in the mirror you also have that satin gray highlight that makes it stand out a little bit more, look a little bit more luxurious. You do have the blind spot monitor triangles right there. What these do is they will light up if there's a vehicle in your blind spot, so you don't have to crank your neck all the way back and see what's there. You can just look at your mirror. It will also flash if you put your turn signal on in that particular direction, and it will beep if you have that in your setting. You also have keyless enter and go, which means with the key in your pocket, all you gotta do is walk up to the car, put your hand through the door handle and open. To lock it, all you gotta do is press the little button right there. Now keep in mind, this is a sensor, so you have to put your whole hand through it. You put your finger, it might work, but not always. So try to make sure you have the full hand through the door handle. A lot of room in this vehicle, and I really appreciate that as well. The trunk, of course, you can open with the button on the key. When you open that up, you'll see that there's quite a bit of storage space. You can put a lot of stuff in there. I'll also show you the speaker, the storage spot with the spare wheel, as well as the two tailgating bins that are removable and waterproof. You can pour water in there, ice, have some drinks or whatnot, and utilize it. You also have your privacy cover, which is an accessory that you can use. You also have the seats, which are a 60-40 split. They do recline, as you see. They're in two different positions right now, so it can be an upright sitting position or a little bit of a resting position, which is nicer for the passengers to relax in the back. And when we get inside, I'll also show you the anthracite headliner, which really makes the vehicle feel a lot more cozy, a lot more luxurious when you're inside of it. I'm going to sit in the back and I'll show you the spacing. I'm a little bit larger guy, but I fit pretty well in these, and I'll show you the difference between reclining and not reclining. So you have this seat moved up pretty far back, just to show you that I still have enough space to be comfortable. I'm 6 feet tall, 225 pounds, for those of you that are questioning that. You see the coziness of the black anthracite headliner, the little hooks here for your laundry, and I'm going to move over to the side where I actually have the seat leaned back, seat reclined. See, it's a lot more comfortable to sit. I could take a nap, enjoy the ride a little bit more than in this side. But if I want to pay more attention, I can just pull the little lever on the side here, and it will pull me back up to this position. Of course, I can try to fold myself fully, but I'm not going to do that. We're not doing ab exercises here. We also have the full wall outlet, 2 USB plugs for your passengers, as well as heated seats. So no longer is there a battle of, well, I want to sit in the front because the seats are heated. They are heated all around the vehicle, so you can enjoy that nice warm butt anywhere. Now we're going to get into the actual driver's cabin and show you some of the features there. Alrighty, so welcome to the interior of the 2021 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited 80th Anniversary Edition. You will see right away leather-wrapped steering wheel, which is really nice. The 8.4-inch touchscreen with navigation option, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. All the pizzazz that you're looking for. 2 USB plugs and an aux plug, as well as a power plug. Controls for your 4-wheel drive, which have different settings, as well as hill descent. If you get the air ride in these vehicles, it will populate in these 2 buttons. Auto storage here as well with another plug-in. And a light in there so you can actually easily see it's a little ambient lighting, so it's easier to find your stuff. Buttons for safety controls, eco and sport modes, as well as self-parking, which we'll show you at the end of this video. On top of the 8.4-inch screen here, you also have the 7-inch screen right there, which is basically your trip monitor and computer. It will tell you everything about the car you need to know, including things like your fuel levels, your oil levels, oil temperatures, battery life, all that stuff. You can also switch it to have the speedometer in digital, or the retro version, which is analog, but it will be on the screen. A lot of nice controls there. You also have your adaptive cruise controls on the steering wheel here, which are very easy to use. What adaptive cruise control is, if there is 2 vehicles on the highway and you set your speed to 70 and the car in front of you slows down, the vehicle will slow down automatically for you and keep a certain distance that you have set by these buttons behind it. Now once that vehicle leaves, your vehicle will get back to the desired speed you have set. You can of course increase and decrease those as you go by pressing the up plus and minus buttons. Now if a vehicle does pull into the lane, the vehicle will slow down again, speed up. If there's a stop, it will fully stop and pull forward again. It won't stop for red lights by its own. It will stop for cars in front of it, so don't think that it senses the lights. It does not. And you do have the telescopic, stereoscopic steering wheel. I always confuse those two words. But it goes forward and out, and it's power, so no more having to pull a lever. Of course, you also have power seats with memory and lumbar support controls, and quite a bit of climate controls with 2 separate sides. You can pick the different temperatures. You can have heat on one side, cooling on the other, however you prefer. You also have heated seats and ventilated seats for the front, as well as heated steering wheel. No ventilated seats in the back, so that's another reason to fight over the front seat, I guess. You do have the nice panoramic sunroof, which goes all the way back and has a power cover. You'll see the anthracite black headliner a little bit more here. It makes the vehicle feel a little bit more luxurious. This, of course, opens up. The back panel does not, but it gives your passengers in the back a nice view. Take a note of the highlights that they've put on the 80th Anniversary Edition. There's a nice little badge on the carpets. There's also a badge right here, so you remember that you bought the 80th Anniversary Edition. Now my cameraman is going to hop right in, and we're going to self-park this boy. Okay. All right, so to use the self-parking feature, all you gotta do is press a little P button on right there. Once the light turns on, you will have the directions in front of you on the screen. It will tell you to pick the sides by using the turn signal. You can also pick the type of parking you want, whether it's perpendicular or parallel. We'll use perpendicular in this occasion because I only have those kind of spots on my lot. And now you're just gonna follow the instructions. So now we're gonna drive, and the vehicle is going to use the sensors in the front and back to find a space that's sizable enough to fit the Jeep in it. Once it finds a space, it will tell us to keep going and to stop. Once we stop, it will go ahead and do the instructions for us. Reverse. I have shifted to reverse. Uh-oh, I went too fast. See, it tells me all the instructions. I was being a little bit too comfortable with the technology, but it's still going for me. Pulling up in the parking space nice and neat. It is a kind of a tight parking space for the size of an SUV. And it is a little uphill, so I gotta give it a little bit of gas. But of course, I'm paying attention to the screen, so it'll give me all the instructions I need. Tells me to stop, I stop. Tells me to shift to drive, I shift to drive. And all I'm controlling is the foot pedals. That's all I have to do, right? It's gonna tell me to check area, I check it, stop again, reverse, and I'm good. I am pulling now back into the space. Stop, and it completed. We're parked. See how easy that was? All I had to do was follow the on-screen instructions and do that. Now, for active cruise speed control, all you have to do is press the set speed cruise control ready. Then press the button right here. Once you press that cruise control, it'll tell you adaptive cruise control ready. Once you do that, you have to set the speed, and once you set the speed, you're good to go. Now it's at 20 miles per hour. It will do it on its own for me. I'm probably shouldn't be doing it in the parking lot, but it will just keep 20 miles per hour for me. If a car pulls up in front of me, it will slow down to that amount. See, my foot is not on the pedal. It will also speed up for me if I change the speed and whatnot. So it's quite an amazing feature. It will save you a little bit of the footwork when you're driving. I don't have another card to follow to show you, but it's pretty neat. Thank you guys so much for watching. Mr. Hollywood, out. Give me a call if you have any questions, 708-215-5603, 708-215-5603. Additionally, leave any questions you may have in the comments. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and subscribe to this channel to see more videos just like this one. Thank you so much. Have a good day.